Hello students, welcome to Utkarsh in English. This is an English medium channel for Utkarsh classes and for all those aspirants learning in North India, South India and all the regional for all the regional examinations. This channel is helpful for you to understand the basic concepts of various subjects like economics, geography, political science and as well as current affairs. We provide all the dimensions of your preparations for competitive examinations. Guys, in the chain of our various lectures, today I am going to take you for the concept of NITI Aayog. NITI Aayog is a famous institution in India after 2014 when NDL government came into the power under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and they abolished previously functioning planning commission, and instead they formed NITI Aayog, and this NITI Aayog is working in the place of planning commission, but they have some different dimensions of work, they have some different ideologies, they have their own concepts and objectives and the way of working for the transformation of India. Exactly, they are working for planning and they are working for using the resources of India in the welfare of the people, and in NITI Aayog we find various aspects. We will learn about what, where, how, when of NITI Aayog. I mean to say that all the aspects of NITI Aayog will be covered in this video, as well as you will be learning about the objectives of NITI Aayog, what are the ideas, core concepts of NITI Aayog, and as well you will be learning about the difference between Planning Commission and NITI Aayog, which is a very important concept for the point of view of various examinations. So I'll try my best to explain you about the NITI Aayog. Guys, let's start with the initial concept that NITI Aayog is. It was established in 2015 and replaced Planning Commission based on pillars of effective governance, pro-people, pro-activity, participation, empowering, inclusive, quality, equality and transparency. So guys, exactly NITI Aayog functions for the ideas or for the upliftment of the people of the nation. They are working on the pro-people approach. They are working pro-people means they are working for the people. They have this idea in their mind that their functions are 100% related with the upliftment and welfare of the people of our nation. They are empowering, including, equality and transparency. So this is the NITI Aayog exactly is. NITI Aayog covers a policy think tank of Government of India. Exactly, here we have various persons in its governing council. There are various kinds of members. NITI Aayog basically deals with the federal structure of India. This respects the federal ideology of Indian political system in Indian economy. They get the participation of states and union territories for the policy making of the transformation of India. We get support and technological, we get ideological support of states in terms of planning for the betterment of Indian political or Indian economic system. Its aim to achieve SDG. SDG stands for Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable Development Goals. These goals were adopted in 2015 only, and there are 15-year goals, and these goals will end in 2030. So 2015 to 2030 these goals function, and NITI Aayog will work for the implementation of these goals in India. And enhance cooperative federalism. Cooperative federalism, guys, exactly what federalism is. Federalism is the idea of Indian federation where union and state works together. They works in competition, cooperation rather than competition. I must clear you out that state and state have cooperation in India. Likewise, we share water, we share resources, we share minerals, we share many things for the whole transformation of the nation. We do not focus on individual approach, or we do not focus on the individual upliftment of a state, but rather than we focus on upliftment or development of India as a whole nation. So guys, this is the important aspect, that cooperative federalism is a basic idea of Indian federation, and this is the way where Indian political system runs. By fostering involvement of state governments, as I told you, in a federation, states have their say, and we focus on this approach for fostering state involvement in developmental activities. Moving ahead, I'll tell you about the bottom-up approach. Bottom-up approach means we take participation of locals in developing plans. For example, there is a system in India. We have union government, we have state government, we have Panchayati Raj. So these three structures, three layers are there in Indian political system, and on these three layers we have different political parties. It might possible that union government is formed from different political parties, state government is formed from different political party, and Panchayati Raj level we have some different political party. So in that particular scenario, we took participation of Panchayati Raj, Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat in policy making. They provide the idea, they provide the plan for their development, for the development of their panchayat, for the development of their area, region, and all the plans will get sum up at the state level, and state level they will make a comprehensive plan, and this comprehensive plan will go to the union government and at NITI level, and at this level all the plans will get merged or infused in each other, and we make a comprehensive holistic approach of development for the Indian nationals. So this is the bottom up approach. They consider Panchayati Raj also, state governments also, for the developmental activities. It gave 15 years roadmap and 7 years vision, strategy and action plan. Let me tell you about the structure and composition of NITI Aayog. Exactly guys, NITI Aayog consists of various posts. Likewise, there are 9 categories we have, and in the composition of NITI Aayog, we have a chairman. Prime Minister serves as the chairman, and Prime Minister serves as ex officio chairman of NITI Aayog. Ex officio means a person who appointed as the Prime Minister automatically becomes the head of the NITI Aayog. Then there is a governing council, which is a think tank or the major part of the NITI Aayog, or the most important body of NITI Aayog. It consists of CM of states, lieutenant governors of UTs. They make governing council in NITI Aayog. Then we have regional council formed on need basis. This is a temporary kind of thing. When we require to form some, we made them, comprising CMs and lieutenant governors of regions. Members, we have members on full-time basis, we have members of part-time basis. Part-time basis we have maximum 2 members, and they are rotational on nature from relevant institutions. We have ex officio members. Some ministers become automatic members of NITI Aayog, and they become member on automatic basis in NITI Aayog. Like 4 ministers, maximum 4 ministers will be nominated by the Prime Minister to become the ex officio member of NITI Aayog. There are some special invitees. Some experts are invited in NITI Aayog to give their opinion regarding any expert issue, any expert thing. So special invitees are also there in NITI Aayog. Chief Executive Officer, CEO, is the prime officer of NITI Aayog, appointed by Prime Minister for a fixed tenure. He holds a secretary rank position of Indian Administrative Service, and there is a secretariat as deemed necessary. We build a secretariat in NITI Aayog also. So this is the structure of NITI Aayog. NITI, which means National Institute for Transforming India. So this is the basic ideology of NITI Aayog. Moving ahead guys, I'll let you know about the objectives of NITI Aayog. As I told you in the previous part of my video, that NITI Aayog is developed or established for the upliftment of the people of India and for fulfilling the aspirations and for implementing SDG goals in India. So there are certain objectives we have in India for NITI Aayog. First of all, fostering cooperative federalism, active involvement of states. States are actively involved, they are part of governing council and they have the equal say in the NITI Aayog. Formulation of plans at village level, aggregation at higher levels. As I told you, Panchayati Raj is responsible for formation of plan. In the topmost level of union government, they only consolidate these plans, they only provide the resources. They are the resource provider, they are not the plan maker. Plan maker lies at the stage of bottom or at the Panchayati Raj. Special attention to secretariat at risk of not benefiting adequately from economic progress, economic policy that incorporates national security interest, feedback for constant innovative improvements and partnership with national and international think tanks. They partner with think tanks and creating a knowledge, innovation and entrepreneurial support system in NITI Aayog. Platform for resolution of intersectoral and interdepartmental issues, state-of-the-art resource, center of research and of good governance. Good governance is the ideology which was promulgated by the World Bank and it covers many dimensions and one of the idea will cover in the NITI Aayog. Focus on technology upgradation and capacity building as well. So these are the objectives we have in NITI Aayog. Moving ahead guys, we have 3-year action agenda of NITI Aayog, National Institute of Transforming India. 3-year revenue and expenditure framework is there. Sector-wise expenditure allocation will be done. Reduction of fiscal deficit to 3%. This is also the target of FRBM Act. FRBM stands for Fiscal Responsibility Budget Management Act. Let me clear you out. Fiscal Responsibility and Budget. Sorry, this should be cleared out. Fiscal Responsibility Budget Management Act. This was adopted in 2003 and NITI Aayog also serves the ideas and targets of FRBM Act, that is the fiscal deficit up to 3%. Reduction of revenue deficit to 0.9%, but in FRBM it is 0%. We have fiscal deficit in FRBM Act up to 3% and we have revenue deficit in FRBM Act up to 0%, but in NITI Aayog's agenda we have 0.9% of the GDP by 2019-20. Roadmap of shifting additional revenue towards higher priority sectors. So shifting of resources also in the agenda of NITI Aayog. Moving ahead, we have differences. We need to learn about that. What are the fundamental differences between Yojana Aayog, or we say Planning Commission, and NITI Aayog? Exactly, control. In Planning Commission, absolute control on policy flow. They make the policy. They are the sole body to formulate a policy for the India. It was one-way flow. In short, Planning Commission was a dictator. So they works in a dictator kind of thing. What they did, what were they doing? They were doing this approach. They were taking union government, state government, and Panchayati Raj. They are giving directions from this to this pattern. There is a one-way communication and states have no say in Yojana Aayog, or I say Planning Commission. But in NITI Aayog, no control. There is no control, just limited to being a think tank. Will not create policies. They do not create policy. Policy is created at the level of Panchayati Raj, or I say at the bottom level. Directional approach, top to bottom. As I told you, union government makes the plans, they say the plans to states, then states say to the local or district level, made policies at central level and implemented at the same. Policymakers barely consult states, they do not consult to states, they hardly consult with the states, and a union territory, it worked as a provider. Bottom top approach in NITI Aayog, as I explained you earlier in this video, that it will give a strategic and technical advice at the state and union level. Those will escalate it to center and policies will be designed accordingly. So this is the bottom to top approach and this is the top to bottom approach in Planning Commission.
Fund allocation: allocated government fund at state and national level for different programs that the Commission deemed necessary for development. Has no power to allocate government funds. It will only provide ideas for growth depending on the needs of the different states and union territories. So they only provide ideas, they do not provide funds. Funds are provided by the government, but here in Planning Commission they provide funds. So these are the key differences between Planning Commission and NITI Aayog, and the major difference between both the organizations is that Planning Commission works on the top to down approach and NITI Aayog works from bottom to up approach. So this is the NITI Aayog is. I hope you guys are clear about the concept of NITI Aayog very much. I wish you like this video, and please do like, share, subscribe our channel. Thanks a lot.
Click on the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel. Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Download e-Utkarsh app from Google Play Store. e-Utkarsh app is one-stop solution for your competitive exam preparation with lots of unique and amazing features like create your own custom test, add YouTube videos in app library, add web reference link for quick revision, make your own custom flashcards. For each chapter, you can give online test and analyze your performance. So download e-Utkarsh app now.